Do you agree with me?
Yeah.
Okay. It's really important that we do this.
All right. We have literally never done this before, so this is a huge change for us. Yeah, what do you think?
Good, I want to get my toys. I'm excited.
All right, I think we're done. Mommy, come take a look and judge our work.
Mommy, look at a pumpkin.
Let me take a look at this.
All right, what do you think? Looks good, right?
Great.
What's your thoughts?
It looks great.
Look at this beautiful pumpkin.
Yay!
Yeah.
Okay, so I just cannot let you guys go on. You have to clean out the pumpkin like completely.
Yeah, well, it was
And then we
pretty
could put
slimy.
like a candle in there and then close it back up. But if it was cleaned out, you would get a 10 out of 10.
Ah, thanks. We really feel like it's important for us to change things up a lot this year. So what we decided was we really want to start making traditions as a family, like us, doing things for holidays and like making a big deal about certain things.
So since we've been married, we've just kind of always spent the holidays with my family. We're like the traditional like Puerto Rican family that celebrates everything. So we didn't really have to make our own plans. We just knew something was happening. His family doesn't really celebrate the holidays really.
No.
They're from India. I don't know. Culturally, it's just different.
Yeah. We never, as growing up as kids, like our family tried to do stuff for us, like my mom's side. There were so many times that we tried to do holidays and my mom just tried to do it to be nice. And then my grandmother, the same way, they would kind of give us Christmas gifts because that's the norm. And for Thanksgiving, like my mom basically got like Publix Thanksgiving, but she wanted to do it for us so we can have those memories. But like my grandparents and all, they didn't celebrate Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So I'm just kind of used to that, always just being with my family. My parents are divorced, so basically holidays get celebrated big on both sides. So even like Thanksgiving, which is the next holiday coming up, normally like last year I would spend, the first part of Thanksgiving with my dad and his family, and then I would spend the second half of it with my mom and her family. And maybe we can start
Poor baby. He's behind here. He's chilling with us.
It just scared me. Maybe it's time to start our own traditions because now we are a family of 5 and I feel like
It's a lot.
Yeah, I feel like we can start to do our own thing.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean like every single holiday, but I do feel like there are now things that we should just be doing with our little family.
Well, we were having a lot of conversations and a lot of times you were saying like we should really start doing our own holidays, and I love her family, and I love spending time with her dad whenever we do holidays over there. So when she started talking to me about like we need to possibly start doing our own thing now, I was kind of like hesitant. I was like, yeah, I get it, but then I was like, I don't know. Like, I really like doing stuff.
Well, not like every single holiday, but there are some things that we just should do as a family, like make our own traditions, basically.
So really, like, I feel like the big turning point that made us feel like we need to change things up is Mila and Zion. Like, I feel like, well, mostly you're like, they're at the age where like everything is exciting. Everything's like, we're making memories with them. And we feel like if we, there's nothing wrong with just going to our families, but if we don't make our own traditions, that's the only thing that they'll ever know. Yeah. And I feel like when they get older, we want them to be like, yeah, we had so many awesome traditions with our family, with mom and dad, and doing stuff for Thanksgiving and doing little decorating pumpkins, which I truly suck at, and doing little things for Halloween, just the little stuff. So. Yeah. You really brought that, like, you're like, we need to like step up our game in that.
Mm-hmm. For me, if you ask me about my childhood, like my best memory from my childhood would have to be Christmas. So my parents always did it huge. We would go get our Christmas tree. We would decorate it. We'd be listening to like Luther Vandross' Christmas album. My mom and my sister would be like baking. Like those type of memories where you're just doing it together, where we knew every year that's what was going to happen. And then on Christmas morning, we would wake up and my parents had like the house, like so many presents for us. And even until we were like teenagers, like we were excited about Christmas and we would come out and open our gifts. So for me, like I'll always remember that, the morning we woke up and me and my sister had matching bikes with like little license plates that had our names. So things like that where, it was like we were getting gifts, but it was so exciting and our parents really like thought about it and tried to make it special. That's when I told him, like, we need to make it special now. And yes, we're minimalist. And last year we did a very minimal Christmas. Like, our kids didn't lack anything. They had like, 2 gifts each, but they were so happy about it.
One of the things that we're trying to figure out is how do we make holidays big as minimalists? Because we don't want to have a bunch of stuff lying around. Yeah. And we also know, like, if we're going to decorate and stuff, we're going to have to buy some things.
And then store some things, or it'll be super wasteful. So this year we're going to do a real Christmas tree. Okay, Last year we borrowed a fake tree from my mom with the ornaments, everything. So it was perfect. And I literally took it down, I think, on Christmas Day. I was like, okay, I'm done with this. But this year, like, fake Christmas tree. Mm-hmm. And, maybe we'll just do like the fake snow and not even really like decorate it. It would just like a topper. Like something super easy. But
why don't you guys let us know in the comments, what are some ways that we can really go all out for Christmas and Thanksgiving and whatever else comes in between without having to store a bunch of stuff? Because that's something that we really want to avoid. I know we're going to probably have some things that we have to store.
Consumable goods.
Yeah, but we're going to have to store some things, maybe some lights or something. But I think we're really trying to be creative in how do we make Christmas special? How do we get all this stuff without having a bunch of clutter at the end of it? Because that was really, when we did a couple Christmases, when we first got married, we tried to do some nice stuff, like have lights and trees, and it just like took up so much space, and it was such a headache after New Year's, like taking it all down.
Yeah, but and our storage closet was like, the whole thing was taken up by a Christmas tree. I didn't like that.
So what we're gonna do now is, like we said, Thanksgiving, Halloween, little decorating. We're trying to find some more traditions for that.
Yeah, I didn't celebrate Halloween growing up, at least not consistently. We grew up Christian and my parents were like totally against like trick-or-treating and everything. But then there were a couple times where like randomly they would like let us go. So that was like cool because it was like we weren't expecting it, and then they would be like, let's just go. But
maybe they just wanted a night for themselves.
No, they would like take us. We would like take our pillowcases and like fill it with candy, literally. So that was cool too, because they weren't like, they wanted us to enjoy it, and even though we didn't do it every single year, it was fun when we did. But I grew up with that mentality where like we don't celebrate Halloween, we don't celebrate Halloween, but for us it's like we celebrate like the fall season, and we do trunk or treating with our church and things like that. And I think it's so much fun. Like Mila really wanted to go trick or treating this year, but obviously with everything going on, we couldn't take her. But next year, I definitely want to do that. And I want to we live in an apartment, so it doesn't work here, but eventually I want to be that like house where like people come to us to get candy, because we've never done that. Like that's when you like officially graduate to like parenthood, you know?
Yeah.
Sit out there with your bowl of candy and like, so I want to do things. I want to make every single holiday special, even like Valentine's Day.
I'll say if it wasn't for her, we probably wouldn't have been doing all this exciting stuff. I go with the flow so much that it's easier for me to like not do anything. I'm okay with like just doing things easy. And we kept having these conversations where she's like, I really want us to do this. And I'm like, okay.
I want my kids to be excited. I want them to dress up. I want their birthdays to be themes. I want
thank
all of that
thank God
stuff
that
for
I have
them.
you.
We have one life to live on this earth. And I want my kids to have like the best childhood ever, because I'm sure my parents didn't think about it when we were kids, when they were making Christmas special and stuff. I'm sure they didn't think, oh, this is what my daughter is going to remember the most. But that is what I remember the most, you know?
Mm-hmm. This year's going to be exciting. We're going to be doing traditions, trying to make them really big. I know Thanksgiving's coming up, and we want to try to do our own meal this time and try it out, because we're not going to go.
So when he says our own meal, for this Thanksgiving, we are ordering this place.
No, don't say that.
What?
No, don't say that. I'm saying that I'm cooking.
You're not going to cook.
I know, but at least they think I did.
So you're going to just post a picture later and say, like, look what I made?
Yeah, just take the Publix tag off.
Publix? We're not getting Publix for Thanksgiving. Well, we're going to do our own Thanksgiving. We're going to cook or order out our meal.
And then we're going all out for Christmas. We're going to try some new things, try to look up some ways to bring in the holiday. And then we want to hear from you guys. Like, what do you suggest?
Yeah, how do you make... Let's focus on Christmas, because to me, that's like the best holiday ever. I'm just kidding. No, that's actually the best holiday ever. Or whatever you celebrate. You know, some people celebrate, what is it, Hanukkah? Mm-hmm. So whatever you celebrate this time of year, tell us how you make it special. What traditions do you have with your kids? Do you do like a bonfire? Do you, I don't know, hang the Christmas tree together? Do you put lights out? Or do you go like driving around to show your kids the lights? Because my parents used to do that with us.
Yeah.
You know, just things like that. You do like a s'mores night. I want to come up with traditions. I don't want to come up with too many traditions, but I want to have like that set tradition like my parents did, where like we always did the tree on this day. So maybe something like that, but like a guarantee, like it's happening every single year. Mm-hmm. And then on Christmas Day, we used to like open gifts and do all of that. And then we would go to the movies, like to the movie theater.
Yeah, that's
Dang. Cool. We can't do that with 3 kids, but
no, not
that would be cool.
We're excited to make these traditions this year, and we're excited to share it with you guys. So let's go out and make some awesome memories together.